fingertips through those timeless sagas, shoved into a corner. I wonder when I turned into a foreigner. Sitting on the same armchair where grandma once waggishly retold those tales. I wonder how she managed to leave such deep trails. Celebrating those festivals through those bubbly eyes when everything felt eternal. I wonder how to evoke back that very kernel. We are also invested in this daily ebb and flow of trends, facades, and acceptance that we tend to forget. We belong to something much more infinite, something much more pristine, something much more powerful. A culture, a heritage. It's a legacy beyond thousands of years. Namaste. My name is Jheel Mehta, and I come here today to help you recollect, reflect, and rebuild. We come from a nation which has been invaded, plundered, and whitewashed for over centuries now. Turks, Afghans, Mughals, British. Everybody has reigned on this land and thrusted their doctrines upon us, trying to eliminate our beliefs, our traditions, and our way of life. And shockingly, we have led them. Even after 75 years of independence, we follow westernized lifestyles, forgetting our own traditions and roots because they tend to contradict to the glorified customs of the modern world. The India that flourished with prosperity, ranging from the battlefield tactics of the great Rajputs or the economic caliber imbibed from the great Chanakya, be it the miraculous remedies by mere herbs in Ayurveda, or the Sanskrit verses chanted by gods themselves in epics like Mahabharata. All of it stands elapsed, broken, replaced. Eliciting change in today's generation requires a respect for their roots, a reverence for their rituals, and a realization to the symbolic rarity which is crafted beautifully for each individual. Let me tell you this. Streetwear brands are printing Sanskrit mantras on $300 hoodies. Meditation apps are cashing in on practices born from the Himalayan caves. And while the world is profiting from your roots, you being told they are outdated. In this race to becoming modern, we're not just losing tradition, we're losing ownership. Time marches. History remains. The question is, are you daring enough to uphold it? Now let's retouch and recalibrate upon how to uproot these problems before it's already too late. I put across to you 4 solutions to be worked upon and indulged in. First, memories, or smritya as we call it, is where culture begins. Not as history, but as lived repetition. When youth come forward to share their stories, they foster connections among each other and come to understand that they are not isolated in their journeys. There are countless others who resonate globally. Second, cultural exploration or vistar. When you have journeyed to a place to find the origins of your tradition or to follow in the footsteps of your forebearers. The amount of pride, connection, and wonder that will swell within you in that very moment is something you can never find elsewhere. Not sight-seeing, but sight-seeking. Third, Anubhuti or experience. The moment of stepping inside the frame and becoming a part of it. Because culture, which is not felt by the body, becomes data. Imagine yourself sitting in Kudiyattam, India's oldest surviving Sanskrit theatre, with origins over 2000 years old. The amount of simplicity held within every look, every movement, every breath taken is filled with inherited precision, because that's why even UNESCO has recognized it as a masterpiece of oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Extending an invitation to youth to engage with their cultural heritage in an immersive, interactive, and profoundly personal manner is where learning transforms from just a mere process into a rich experience and an exciting adventure. Lastly, holding a debate or performing the manthan, where on both sides youth argue about caste, dharma, rituals, and their gender. This is not where they are enemies of heritage, but rather participants in its evolution. We forget even the Vedas are full of questions. The Nasidiya Sukta, or the hymn of creation, ends with a doubt. Who knows where creation came from? Perhaps even the gods do not. This is not blind faith. This is bold inquiry. It is our legacy. As we stand together in this moment, I ask you to help youth invoke memories, experience art, traverse uncharted territories, and debate upon their own perspectives, making a generation that commands change and retrieves power. Let us look inwards into ourselves and ask, who are we? Who are we truly? We are the descendants of kings and queens, of scholars and sages, of warriors and visionaries. We hold within us the wisdom of eras, the grace of countless civilizations. And if we wish to awaken it, we shall walk on the path that drives vikas or development from our own virasat or heritage. Because simply the world needs us. The world needs our stories, our rituals, our music, our love. Thank you.